Howdy! That scene you just saw was from the Ford vs. Ferrari movie when Carroll Shelby drove his Ford GT40 with Henry Ford II, leader of the Ford Motor Company, to prove him what his $9 million car really felt like. And boy, did Shelby give him a priceless reaction with Ford tearing up in joy. The comical sense in this movie has allowed the Ford vs. Ferrari movie to become a success. Ford vs. Ferrari was released on November 15th, 2019. As you can tell with my NASCAR shirt on, and my NASCAR I have right here, I am a huge motorsports fan, which this movie exhibits. This movie would have not been made possible without the help of editors Andrew Buckland and Michael McCusker. During this walkthrough video, I will be giving an analysis of the editing style, secrets from the editors Andrew Buckland and Michael McCusker that I found from a podcast on Anchor, and the most interesting edited scene, in my opinion, I found in the movie. So, the editing style. My analysis of the editing style is that I like the way the editors edited the portrayal of the drivers while they were racing in their cars to make it look more realistic. For example, during the scene when Miles was racing Bandini, the shakiness in the car made it look realistic and that they are actually driving in a race car. Another editing style I analyzed is that the editors use the technique of selective blur. For example, in this scene, it shows the pilot's face covered in a little blur, where on the other hand, Shelby is shown with full quality with no blur, thus giving more focus to him. There were also some secrets editor Andrew Buckland and Michael McCusker revealed from the Art of the Cut podcast. One secret they mention about is that they use a strategy in their editing called pre-visualization, or as they call it, previs. Previs is the visualizing of complex scenes in a movie before filming. The editors call this type of style modern cinema. They call it this because back before modern times, editors came up with the visualizing of scenes the day of shooting the movie. Meanwhile, the editors came up with the visualization of scenes in the movie 2.5 months in advance before the day of shooting the movie. Another secret the editors pointed out is that during the Daytona scene, right before Miles passed the leader for the win, they made the music quiet, but eventually built it up to make it louder and exciting when he passed the leader in the end of the race. Here's an example of that scene. As you can tell, the music is pretty quiet right now, but wait until it builds up. As you can tell, right after the moment Miles passed the leader, the music changed into a more exciting, louder tone to increase the impact of the scene, and that Miles just won the race. Now, for the most interesting edited scene. I selected the one I showed earlier actually for this, not just because of how funny it was with Henry Ford II crying, but also because the editors mention as well how it took a long time to perfect the scene. And it does make sense how long it took. To execute all the turns and such can be challenging, but a challenge that was well worth it in the end. So in conclusion, this movie edited by Andrew Buckland and Michael McCusker was a great, thrilling movie to watch. In this walkthrough, I went through their editing style, secrets from the editors, and my most interesting edited scene I found from the movie. Thank you for watching, and this movie is great to watch if you love the sound of horsepower.